There's a softness everywhere. Sweater sleeves hiding my hands. Breathing in, breathing out, I just am. Soft light, quiet night. Everything in me feels like snow outside. Peaceful night. Let the world slow down behind. Soft lights, quiet night. I find my calm on the inside. Pages half open. I lost my place and that's fine. Clock in the corner moves, but it's falling behind. Street sounds fading away in this little space. I choose to stay. Quiet night. Everything in me feels like snow outside. Peaceful night. Let the world slow down behind. I used to chase every hour, rushing the days as they passed. Tonight I sit with the silence, letting the stillness last. Every breath a gentle prayer for this quiet I can share. Steam on the window, kettle on, quiet room. Wool socks, big sweater, old movie on mute. Snow falls so slowly, streets a faded line. Hands wrapped around my mug, watching my own mind. Soft lights, quiet night. Everything gentle, everything light. Breathing, I feel alright. Little bit of peace in the softest white. Soft light, quiet night. Phone face down on the table, let the silence stay. Thoughts move like the snowflakes, drifting far away. Side lamp glows like amber, shadows on the wall. Heartbeat getting softer, I barely hear it at all. to chase every echo, every distant sign. Now I just follow my inhale, let it slow down time. Soft lights, ooh, quiet night. Mug on the table, steam in the air, breath on the window, fading right there. Pages half open, phone face down, street hum distant, quiet in this town. Soft glow in the snow, everything slows, everything slows. Heartbeats in a row, finding my pace as the cold wind blows. Soft glow in the snow, I'm sinking in deep, letting it flow. Here in the hush I know I'm learning to rest, to take it slow. Wool on my shoulders, hands tucked tight. Words I've been holding feel small tonight. Thoughts getting lighter with every sigh. Peace in the silence, I don't need to try. Soft glow in the snow, everything slows, heartbeating slows. Heartbeats in a row, finding my pace as the cold wind blows. Soft glow in the snow, I'm sinking in deep, letting it flow. Here in the hush I know I'm learning to rest, to take it slow. Let the world spin out there, I'll be right here, breathing. Little stars in the air, through the glass there, gleaming. Steam on the window, mug in my hands, breath making halos over old plans. Snow on the traffic, world moving slow, clock on the oven, soft amber glow. Quiet winter nights, I feel it. Soft lights humming in the room, heart finding still, I breathe in, peace settling. cold sweater sleeves folded around my hands. Street hum is faint, clock on the wall. Secondhand moves like it's breathing slow. Soft light, slow breathing, quiet winter evening. Nothing rushing, nothing rushing, nothing loud. I feel small and safe somehow. Soft light, slow breathing, heart at home, just being in this gentle silver night. Everything in me feels right. Fog on the glass, tracing my name, watching it fade like the worry I had. Thoughts in a line, then drifting apart. Each little ache melting out of my chest. Let the dark stay dark. It's kind, it's not cold. Little stars in the room, from the lamp painted gold. If tomorrow runs fast, let tonight stay slow. In this quiet moment, I can hear my soul. Steam on the window, mug in my hands, still warm. Snow on the sidewalk, world moving slow, transform. Breathe in the quiet, let the rush fade away. Heart finds a whisper telling me I'm okay. Quiet in the winter glow, soft lights on the bedroom floor. All the little worries melt so slow. I'm learning how to need less, feel more. Quiet in the winter glow, I'm finally feeling safe to go a little deeper in my soul. Old knit sweater sleeves pulled over my palms, messages waiting, but tonight I choose calm. Clock in the corner, tracing circles of time. I move a bit slower, fall in step with my mind. tracing my name. The street outside is quiet and pale, breathing slow, letting thoughts sail. Soft light on the snow, all this hush feels like home. In this quiet winter night, I find a little peace inside. Soft light on the snow, I can hear my heartbeat glow. In this quiet winter night, I rest my mind. Wool on my skin, favorite gray sweater, pages half read, open on a chair, phone face down, time moving gentler. I watch the air just resting there. In the stillness, I feel steady, like they know me. Every little worry fades to white. I close my eyes and everything's steam on the window, mug in my hands, it glows. Breath drawing clouds on the glass, world moving quiet and slow. Streets in a blanket, tires hum soft below. Clock on the wall barely ticking, time taking off its coat. These soft lights, white snow, all these little things holding me close. In this hush I let it go, finding inner calm as the night runs slow. Phone on the table, face down, screen turned dark. Candles burn low in the corner, wax forming tiny stars. Thoughts getting lighter, drifting like silver small. I follow each one as it rises till it fades in the glow. I used to chase every echo, every distant, restless call. Now I breathe in the stillness, let the silence hold it all. Bare feet on a cool floor, curtains swaying real slow. I'm learning to live in between of the lamplight and the snow.
you
Steam on the window, mug in my hands, it glows. Snow on the fire escape, world moving quiet and slow. Wool on my shoulders, phone turned over, face down, breath making tiny clouds. Heart finally settling down. Soft light, quiet night, everything gentle, everything right. Let the dark sky hold my mind. I find my peace in the low, low light. Soft light, quiet night, nothing to chase, nothing to fight. In the hush I feel aligned. I find my peace in the low, low light. Tracks on the ceiling, shadows that sway then fade. Thoughts I was holding tight, loosen and drift away. Pages I never read, open beside my bed. Silence that used to scare, now feels like a friend instead. Everything's let the dark sky hold my mind. I find my peace in the low, low light. So big, but at night, nothing to chase. No worries, walking out. Feet like tight, then I stay inside. Warm in this small, sweet, sweet, sweet quiet, sweet quiet. Steam on the window, mug in my hands, snow stacking slowly on parked cars and plans. Sweater sleeves falling, 2:30, silence in the hallway. But my thoughts move with you. Soft lights, quiet night, everything feels alright. Breathing in this gentle hush, heartbeat slowing with the rush. Soft lights, quiet night, I can finally feel me inside. In this still December glow, I let the heavy pieces go. Phone face down, messages wait. Clock on the oven, blinking too late. Lamplight drifting, gold on the floor. Peace in the distance, now it's here at my door. Soft light, quiet night, quiet night, everything feels so quiet. Breathing in this gentle hush, heartbeat slowing with the rush. Selfless, quiet night, I can finally feel me inside. In this still December, I used to chase every echo, every sound in the cold. Now I curl into the quiet, let the calm take hold. Quiet watch the small clouds grow. Soft light, slow snow, everything outside can't wait. I know, heartbeat, hush slow, in this quiet night I let it go. Soft light, slow snow, wrapped up in a piece I used to chase. So soft light, slow snow. Phone on the table, face to the wall, thoughts getting gentler, not so loud at all. Old sweater draping, knees pulled in tight, finding a kindness here in the dim white night. I used to run from evenings, now I just breathe them in. Count every tiny feeling like stars under my skin. Soft light, so slow snow, it's everything outside can't wait. I know, heartbeat, hush slow, in this quiet night I let it go. Soft light, slow snow, wrapped up in a piece I used to chase. So soft light, slow snow. Steam on the window, mug in my hands, I exhale slow. Snow on the driveway, car lights fade, moving like a sideshow. Quiet winter nights, I feel alright. Soft lights glowing in the corner of my mind, breathing in the peace I used to chase outside. Quiet winter nights, I finally feel alive. Sweater sleeves falling, phone face down, I let it stay tight. Old songs are humming low in the room like a small steady spark. I used to run from the silence, afraid of the sound. table, white steam in the quiet room, curtains barely open, street snow painting patterns on the gloom, phone face down, clock hums in the corner, air breath making tiny clouds. I feel my heartbeat finally there. Soft glow in December, I let the night be slow. Nothing I need to remember, just watching little shadows grow. Soft glow in December, wrapped in this easy peace, inside a gentle shelter where all the restless voices cease. Sweater at my shoulders, sleeves pull past my fingertips, writing in the window fog, tiny secret shapes on my lips, footsteps in the hallway, then fading like a passing train. I pour a second cup, let all the quiet wash my brain. Let the cold stay on the outside, I am warm here on this floor. Every warming feels much smaller than it ever did before. I could stay in the stillness till the early morning blue. Every quiet winter minute brings me closer back to you. Steam on the window, cup in my hands, I breathe. Snow on the sidewalk, world moving slow like me. Soft glow in December, quiet night wrapped around us. I let my worries fall like tiny flakes outside. Soft glow in December, city hum fading under. I find a little piece I used to try to hide. Wool on my shoulders, old sweater fraying at the seams. Clock on the oven ticks like a heartbeat in a dream. Street lamp halos dance on the ceiling, gold and gray. I is where I leave my feet. I turn the volume of my worries down low. Watch every doubt fall quiet like snow. I breathe in deep, the stillness I find. Warm little room, wide open mind. Steam on the window, hands round this cup. Snow on the sidewalk, but I'm all warmed up. Old sweater breathing, slow in this chair. Street sounds are distant, I like them out there. Soft lights, quiet night. Everything in me feels right. Let the cold stay outside. I got peace on the inside. Soft lights, quiet night. Breathing in, I close my eyes. Let the world run its race. I'm okay in this small place. Clock in the corner glows a soft blue. Time moves in circles, I drift back to you. Pages half open, book by my knee. Thoughts getting softer, they're gentle with me. I don't have to hurry, I don't have to be anything but breathing right here with me. Curtains barely moving, quiet little sigh. Winter keeps on talking, I just listen and reply. Steam on the window, hands on a favorite mug. Quiet in the hallway, world feels far enough. Snow on the sidewalk, soft on the traffic hum. Breath making silver clouds. Heart finally slowing down. Soft glow in the snow, everything moving so slow. Tiny lights under my skin, let the quiet pour in. Soft glow in the snow, I can feel it taking hold. Finding peace I used to chase here in this small, warm place. a gentle loop. No, it's like falling flurries drifting across the room. Phone face downward, thoughts like a gentle tide. Watching the heater flicker, warm shadows on the blinds. I used to run from nights like this, afraid of my own mind. Now I can hear the softer parts, the ones I left behind. Street lamp halos through the glass, silver on my skin. Everything I thought I'd lost feels close again. Mug on the windowsill, steam in the pale blue air. City hum far away, but it feels quiet here. Wool sleeves over my hands, breath fog on the glass, then gone. Street glow on the snow, painting the room in bronze. Quiet winter nights, soft light on the snow outside. Everything slows down, I can hear my heart alive in this little space, wrapped up in a gentle mind. Quiet winter nights, I finally feel alright. Old scarf on the chair, book open, page half read. Clock hands drift and slide, I forget what time it said. Let the worries fall like flakes on an empty road. Settle and disappear under all that white and gold. Inhale the stillness, hold, exhale the weight I carried home. I'm learning I'm enough, even here on my own. Candles flicker slow, shadows dance across the wall. Inside the simple glow, I don't feel small. hands on a chipmunk, snow on the sidewalk, world moving so slow. Street sounds in the distance, clock hums a quiet time, breathing in the stillness, letting my thoughts unwind. Soft lights, slow snow, nothing I need to know. Heartbeat so low, heartbeat so low, finding my peace in the glow. Quiet winter night, everything faded from sight. Soft lights, slow snow inside, I'm finally home. All on my shoulders, pages half turned. Old sweater, comfort, lessons I've learned. Footsteps in the hallway fade like a gentle sigh. I smile at the silence, clouds drifting through my mind. I used to chase every hour, racing the hands on the wall. Now I just watch the vapor rise and let it in. Soft lights, slow snow, nothing I need to know. Heartbeat so heartbeat so low, finding my peace in the glow. Quiet winter night, everything faded from sight. Soft lights, slow snow inside, I'm finally home.
Mugs on the table, steam drawing ghosts in the air. Calendar hanging, last empty square. All of the maybes folded in drawers I won't wear. Breathing in quiet, letting the weight disappear. I'm turning the page, not burning the book, leaving the hurt, keeping the good, holding the lessons, loosening my grip on every old promise that never fit. I'm turning the page, soft as a sigh, waving the past a gentle goodbye, making a space for light to come in, for small new days to begin. Names in a notebook, some I don't answer again. Photos that stay there but sting a bit less. I won't rewrite it, I needed each moment I spent. Now I can thank it and lay it to the stillness, I practice my breathing. Count what I have instead of what's leaving. Maybe tomorrow feels closer than ever if I just loosen my hands. I'm turning the page.
Empty cups on the table, phone full of photos I scroll, counting the versions of me I'm ready to outgrow. Streets quiet under this window, old fears folded away. I write down the names of the worries and watch them fade. Here's to the first light of the year, soft on the crack, soft on the mirror. I'm letting the old weight disappear, breathing in, breathing clearer. If every goodbye makes a little more space, I'll fill it with courage, not just grace. Here's to the first light of the year. Here's to the first light of the year. Same coat but it hangs a bit looser, heart learned a softer defense. I'm done rehearsing the failures like they're evidence. Hands wrapped around a warm mug, steam drawing lines in the air. I don't have to know where I'm going to start from here. Here's to the first light of the year, soft on the crack, soft on the mirror. I'm letting the old weight disappear, breathing in, breathing clearer. If every goodbye makes a little more space, I'll fill it with courage, not just grace. Here's to the first light of the year. Here's to the first light of the year. Forgive the voice that kept me small, thank it for trying and let it fall. I bless the days that broke me down, they built a kinder ground. One quiet promise said out loud, I'll meet myself and make me proud. Here's to the first light of the year. First light of the year. Calendar on the kitchen wall, little squares all colored in. Coffee steaming, quiet thoughts of everywhere I've been. Dust on the window frame, old notes in a wooden drawer. Some things stayed, some slipped away. I don't need them all anymore. So here's to turning the page gently, slowly, unafraid. Letting the old year float downstream, making a little more room to breathe. I'm leaving the weight I used to hold taking the light, letting go. New days coming, soft and slow. I'm ready for them now. Names I used to say out loud echo like a distant song. Faces in a faded frame, they can rest. I can move on, I forgive the roads I missed. All the times I close my eyes, every almost, every fall writes a line in my sky. So here's to turning the page gently, slowly, unafraid. Letting the old year float downstream, making a little more room to breathe. I'm leaving the weight I used to hold, taking the light, one breath in, breath out. I don't need to have it all figured out. Small steps forward, bare feet on the floor. And I'm not who I was, and I'm learning to want more. Mug on the table, steam in the air. Snow on the window, quiet everywhere. Soft glow in December, breathe slow. I remember all the noise, it fades outside. In this tiny room I find my quiet. Soft glow in December, heart warm, light as feather. Let the dark do what it likes. I'm alright in these soft lights. Phone on the dresser, face to the wall. Sweater sleeves falling round my hands. That's all. Let the world keep turning, let the sky stay cold. I got time to listen to the stories I've been told. Under blankets of silence, I can finally see all the little gentle things still living in Steam on the window, hands on my sweater sleeve. Mug on the nightstand, world moving quietly, slow on the sofa. Footsteps in the room next door, soft little candles painting shapes across the floor. Quiet winter nights, soft lights on the ceiling. Everything is slow, I can hear my breathing, holding on a piece like a secret I just found. Quiet winter nights, let my busy thoughts calm down. on the table, phone with the screen turned black, talking in whispers to the part of me that's tired, telling her gently you made it through the fire. Quiet winter nights, soft lights on the ceiling, everything is slow. I can hear my breathing, holding on to peace like a secret I just found. Quiet when the nights let my busy thoughts calm. That let the dark stay dark, let the small things glow. All the heavy hearts learning to take it slow. I don't need much more than this quiet in my chest. Feet under blankets, finally getting rest. Steam on the window, hands round a mug, snow on the driveway, world moving slow. Soft wool sweater, phone face down, breathing in the quiet, let the noise turn down. Soft glow in December, tiny little lights on the sill, heart steady like the kettle, rising just the way that it will. Soft glow in December, outside everything can wait. In here I can remember how it feels to be awake. Words in a journal, ink taking its time. Clock on the oven, green numbers 9:30. Bare feet on hardwood, floorboard side. Finding a stillness I used to pass by. Let the cold stay at the door. I am not searching anymore. Every quiet breath I take makes a little more room, a little more space. A little more space. Just me, soft glow in December, little lamp in the corner burning low. I breathe in, I remember how to feel at home in my own soul. Soft glow in December, all the rushing fading down the hall. I'm learning to surrender to the quiet, to the calm. Footsteps in the hallway fade like a movie end scene. Old scarf on the coat rack holds every winter I've seen. I turn the volume of my thoughts down low, watch the shadows on the ceiling move slow. Hands wrapped around this cup, staying warm. Heartbeat finding its own gentle form. Steam on the window, hands round a cup still warm. Footsteps fading out the hallway, now it's just this quiet storm. Wool sweater, favorite playlist, phone face down by the bed. Snow drifting in slow motion, thoughts moving softer in my head. Soft glow in the snow, I finally feel the quiet, breathing in the low, let the gentle night surround it. Soft glow in the snow, all the little worries fading, this calm I'm moving slow, wrapped in peace I've gently made. Candles on the dresser, small flame dancing in the glass, watching all the tiny shadows stretching, shrinking, slide right past. Old book on the carpet, page marked with the folded tag, leaving all the noise behind me like a distant heavy bag. Outside, the city sighs, here every second's wide. Heartbeat finding time with the falling sky. I'm safe in this small room, moon tracing silver lines. I meet myself in silence, and I like what
Mugs on the table, steam in the air, old plans and scribbles crossed out everywhere. Midnight came quiet, no big parade, just you in that armchair and me a lick. Mugs on the table, steam in the air, old plans and scribbles crossed out everywhere. Midnight came quiet, no big parade, just you in that armchair and me a little afraid. Let it go, let it fall like the last of December. All the weight that we carried like a cold, cold rain. And turn the page, keep
Kiss on the fridge door, names we forgave, laughing at stories we tried to save. You say we were learning, I say so were they. We clink our cups gently and watch it melt away. We don't need big answers, just a little room to grow. One slow breath, one small step, hands held on the way home.
Mug on the table, steam in the air, old calendar pages curled on the chair. Little December still in my chest, all of the almost learning to rest. Here's to the quiet new year light, falling on boxes stacked up high. I'm letting the heavy stories slide out of my hands, out of my mind. Here's to the gentle starting small, one breath, one step, that's all. I'll meet the morning where I am and let tomorrow take my hand. Names on a paper, some stayed, some left. I keep the soft ones folded and kept. Clock in the hallway, barely a sound. I'm making peace with what didn't work out. Here's to the quiet new year light, falling on boxes stacked up high. I'm letting the heavy stories slide out of my hands, out of my mind. Here's to the gentle starting small, one breath, one step, that's all. I'll meet the morning where I am and let tomorrow take my hand. I don't need a perfect plan, just a little space to land. If I fall, I'll fall in grace. Find a kind of pace. Steam on the window, mug on the table, hands wrapped tight. Old year in a shoebox, ticket stubs, faded notes, late nights. I breathe in the quiet, let the dust flow through the light. Some things I can't carry into the next sunrise. I'm turning the page, letting the ink run where it may. Goodbye to the weight. I folded the fears and put them away. I'm leaving the dark where it belongs. In yesterday's heart, soft as a wave. I'm letting go. I'm letting go to start again. mug on the table, steam riding clouds in the air. Last page of the calendar, hanging crooked on the chair. All of the maybes folded like clothes on the floor. Old conversations drifting out the open door. I'm letting go of what I couldn't carry, lightening the load of almost every sorry. A softer road is waiting past the hurt that burns. I'll meet myself after the calendar turns. List on the fridge door, things that I meant to begin. Smudged little numbers circling where I've been. All of the shoulda, loose like a thread in my sleeve. I take a deep breath, finally let myself leave. I'm letting go of what I couldn't carry, lightening the load of almost every sorry. A softer road is waiting past the hurt that burns. I'll meet myself after the calendar turns. It's alright to be afraid while you're standing in the doorway. It's alright to walk away from a life that doesn't hold you. Step by step the dark will fade, making room for morning glow. Every ending softly made is a chance to grow.
Steam on the window, mug in my hands, winter slow. Old year in a cardboard box, taped up by the door. Breath on the glass, tracing the days that passed. Tiny little victories, names I almost forgot. Here at the turn of the page, I'm letting the old lines fade. All of the weight I carried, I set it down. Here at the edge of the night, I'm learning to trust the light. All of the fear I cherished, I'm laying it down. And I'm starting sky turns from gray to a pale impatient blue waiting for you.
Calendar corners curling, old plants taped on the wall, coffee gone cold on the table, your name on my missed call. We've been circling the same words, holding on a little too tight, but the clock keeps breathing forward into one more winter night. So here's to turning the page, letting the ink just fade, packing the pieces we're meant to save and leaving the rest in yesterday. Here's to opening doors, soft hearts starting again. I don't know where this road will bend, but I feel it. This is not the end. Street outside getting quiet, snow dust on the glass. I light a small candle for us, for the things that couldn't last. I forgive the younger versions who did the best they knew. I can hold them with compassion and still let go of you. So here's to turning the page, letting the ink just fade, packing the pieces we're meant to save and leaving the rest in yesterday. Here's to opening doors, soft hearts starting again. I don't know where this road will bend, but I feel it. This is not the end. Breathe in, breathe out, count the blessings, not the doubts. We were chapters, not the whole. It's alright to lose control. Breathe in, breathe out, make a promise, say it out loud. I will meet myself with grace in every brand new space.
Last page, coffee ring on the date. Old plans folded under the fridge magnet. I thought I would be further than this, but I'm here, breathing in what I almost missed. All the could have beens scattered on the floor. I've been counting them till my fingers wore. So I'm letting the old year go, like smoke through an open window. Every heavy word I hold, I'm easing my hands, I'm easing my hold. There's a quiet in my chest tonight, making room for the first daylight. I don't have to know the road to step into tomorrow. Soft rain, tapping time on the glass. My name on a list of the things I'll forgive. I'll leave every promise that hurt where it lies, and keep every moment that taught me to rise. I won't chase it back to the way it was. Some doors gently close so others buzz with light because. So I'm letting the old year go, like smoke through an open window. Every heavy word I hold, I'm easing my hands, I'm
state. I release my doubt, let it go, let it go. I don't need it all figured out. So I'm letting the old year go, like smoke through an open window. Every heavy word I hold, I'm easing my hands, I'm easing my hold. There's a quiet in my chest tonight, making room for the first daylight. At the end of the road, stepping into tomorrow. Last page, turning under my thumb. New day, waiting quietly to come. Mug on the table, steam in the air, calendar pages tucked under the chair. All of the almost, all of the tries, fading like footprints under the tide. I've been carrying days like stones in my hands, but they're softer now, softer now. Here's to the endings, making us lighter. Here's to the quiet turning brighter. I'm letting the old year fall behind. New light, new light. Bright light, same sky. Bright light, new light. Bright light, same sky. Names in a notebook, lines I outgrew, things I was chasing that never felt true. I'll fold up the worry, set it aside, leave it with dust on the top of the shelf. I don't know the way, but I know this time every little step still counts as mine. Here's to the endings, making us lighter. Here's to the quiet turning brighter. I'm letting the old year fall behind. New light, high, high, same sky. High, high, new light, high, high, same sky. If my voice shakes, I'll sing anyway. If my hands shake, I'll turn the page. Every small goodbye makes a little space for a gentler day, for a gentler grace. New, high, high, same sky. High, high, new light. High, high, same sky. Steam on the window, mug in my hands, both warm. Old calendar on the fridge, hanging by a folded corner. One page left, barely clinging like the things I tried to hold. I watch the numbers fading in this quiet, gentle cold. Here's to the letting go. Here's to the starting slow, breathing in this new year morning light. I'll carry what I've grown, leave the heavy stones, walk a little softer, shining bright. New year morning light. the tears run clear, then drift away. Every ending softly sings of small unfolding tender things. Mug on the table, steam in the air. Old plans in a notebook, folded with care. Calendar pages curl at the side. All of the almost I tried and I tried. Here's to the soft goodbyes, late night tears that finally dried. Here's to the quiet of a brand new day. Letting the old year go, breathing in and taking it slow, stepping into light that finds its way. Names in my phone I don't call anymore. Photos in boxes kept in a drawer. I'm learning to bless them, leave them behind. Holding the lesson at the rewind. Here's to the soft goodbyes, late night tears that finally dried. Here's to the quiet of a brand new day. Letting the old year go, breathing in and taking it slow, stepping into light that finds its way. Windows are fogged, but the sky's turning clear. I'm lighter than I was this time last year. One small choice, one soft start, a simple little promise to my own heart. Here's to the soft goodbyes, late night tears that finally dried. Here's to the soft goodbyes, late night tears that finally dried. Here's to the quiet of a brand new day. Mug in my hands, steam in the air. Old plans folded on the kitchen chair. Calendar corners curl at the edge. All the almost balancing on the ledge. So I'll breathe out the year, let the weight disappear. Every goodbye making room for something new. I'll open the door to what I don't know yet, but I feel the first light coming into view. Names in a notebook, crossed out in blue. Some things faded like the summer hue. Frames on the mantle, faces and plans. I can't hold everything with these two hands. I've been carrying echoes further than I need. Now I'm planting small hopes like tiny winter seeds. It's alright, it's alright if I don't have a map. Every gentle step is how I'm finding back. Ooh. Mug in my hands, steam on my face, calendar corners curling like they're tired of this place. Streets kind of empty, skies kind of gray. I'm folding up the hardest parts and putting them away. Here's to the almost January, standing in the doorway light, letting all the old ghosts wander out into the softer night. I'm learning how to loosen fingers from the things I can't rewrite. Here's to the almost January and every little brand new try. Dust on the bookshelf, notes on the floor, plans that never made it past the back of the door. I circle my promises in pen, not in fear, breathing in the quiet of a kinder coming year. I'm not who I was, but I'm not finished yet. I'll keep the gentle lessons, let the rest forget. One deep breath, then one more step into the space I haven't met. Mug in my hand, steam in the window glass, old calendar on the wall, finally in the past. I fold up the pages with all the could have beens, stack them in a shoebox, say goodbye to them. Here's to the quiet of a clean slate January, breathing in slow, letting yesterday be. All of the weight I carried melts like the last of the snow on the street. I'm making room for who I'm meant to be. Clean slate January feels like home to me. Phone full of numbers I don't need to keep, names of every version I outgrew in my sleep. I whisper forgiveness for the things I didn't know, leave space on my table for new stories to grow. Here's to the quiet of a clean slate January, breathing in slow, letting yesterday be. All of the weight I carried melts like the last of the snow on the street. I'm making room for who I'm meant to be. I won't rush the sunrise, I won't chase the clock. I'll walk this softer timeline, one brave small step at a time. If yesterday calls me, I'll answer with grace. I'm grateful you taught me, but I'm in a better place. quiet cups on the table, steam drawing ghosts in the air. All these days on the calendar fold like clothes on a chair. You laugh about the chaos, I sigh and say it's fine. Little mess of a story, still somehow feels aligned. Here's to the heart I was, here's to the one I'm finding. Letting the old year fall like snow, softly, slowly sliding. I'm leaving what weighed me down, right at the edge of midnight, turning my face towards something kind, stepping into New Year light. You read aloud your scribbled notes, things you dreamed but never tried. We smile at all the broken plans, sit a little straighter in our lives. We don't need to have it figured out to say we'll try again. Just a deeper kind of breathing in some gentler ways to mend. Here's to the heart I was, here's to the one I'm finding. Letting the old year fall like snow, softly, slowly sliding. I'm leaving what weighed me down, right at the edge of midnight, turning my face towards something kind, stepping into New Year light. We forgive the words we couldn't say, the doors we closed too soon. We forgive the days we stayed in bed and never left the room. We forgive the versions of ourselves who did the best they knew. Then we raise our eyes together to a softer shade of blue. Here's to the heart I was, here's to the one I'm finding. Letting the old year fall like snow. Here's to the one mugs on the table, steam in the quiet room. Last page of the calendar curled at the corner, almost through. You trace the dates we made it, the storms we stumbled past. I smile at all the almost, the way they had to crack and crash. So we'll breathe this year out slowly, let the old ache fade. Fold the heavy days like sweaters, put them safely away. Every ending makes an opening where the morning can come through. Softly into January, I'll step forward next to you. Street outside is muted, world wrapped in gentle gray. We talk about the promises we're brave enough to make, not chasing some perfection, just lighter in our skin, leaving what we can carry right here where we begin. Here Here's to the calls we never made, the words we finally say, to forgiving our own faces in the small light of today. If the past comes knocking, we'll thank it, then move on. Hands on the door of tomorrow, already halfway open. Last cup of tea in the quiet, old calendar still on the wall. Your sweater hangs by the doorway like you might still call. I fold the days like letters, stack them in a box inside. Take a breath a little deeper, let the old years slide. I'm turning the page, letting the ink of yesterday fade. Holding the hurt softer each day, making a little more room for grace. I'm turning the page, finding a kinder way to be brave. Street outside wrapped in silver, footprints fading into the dawn. I'm learning how to remember and still move on. I bless the laughs, bless the heartbreak, thank the storms that cleared the sky. All the ways that I was broken taught me how to try. I'm turning the page, letting the ink of yesterday fade. Holding the hurt softer each day, making a little more room for grace. I'm turning the page, finding a kinder way to be brave. Maybe I won't get it perfect, maybe I'll stumble out of the gate, but I'll show up for tomorrow, light by light, not too late. I'll show up for tomorrow, light by light, step by step. Calendar curling at the edges, coffee steam draws on the glass. Old plans written in the margins, some I kept, some I let pass. All the almost, all the maybes packed in boxes by the door. I feel lighter just to name them, I don't need them anymore. So I breathe out the year, every worry, every fear. Let it fall like paper snow, let it melt, let it go. And I walk into the dawn, finding strength to carry on with my hands open wide, unafraid. It's the turn of the page. taped on the mirror. Don't forget in fading ink, smiles from photographs beside them. Blink by blink, they start to shrink. Every heartbreak, every lesson wove a pattern through these days. I can trace it, I can thank it, then I gently walk away. Whoa, and I walk into the dawn, finding strength to carry on with my hands open wide, unafraid. It's the turn of the page. One more midnight, one more deep sigh, counting blessings, not just lost time. Every ending holds a doorway. I step forward, I step
Mug in my hands, steam on my face. Last page of the calendar, folded at the base. Quiet in the hallway, dust on the frame. All the little almost whispering my name. Here's to the first morning of the year, breathing in the stillness, letting go of fear. All the heavy stories I've outgrown, drifting like the smoke through an open window. I'm gonna start again, a little more sincere, on this first morning of the year. Phone full of numbers, some I won't call. Old plans in the corner, leaning on the wall. I forgive the version who did what they could, didn't always get it right, but tried to be good. Here's to the fourth morning of the year, breathing in the stillness, letting go of fear. All the heavy stories I've outgrown, drifting like the smoke through an open window. I'm gonna start again. I don't need fireworks to light up this sky, just this quiet promise I'll be kind this time. Step by small step, day by slow day, I'll carry only what can walk all the way. Here's to the first morning of the year, breathing in the stillness, letting go of fear. All the heavy stories I've outgrown, drifting like the smoke through an open window. I'm gonna start again.
Curtains glow in quiet gold, steam from my cup, breathe in the window. You're turning over in my grew. Stacked up plans that never learned to happen. I tie them with soft string, let them drift through. So here's to the first morning after, when the sky feels honest and white. I'm learning to loosen my fingers on everything I tried to hold too tight. I'm making a little more room here for whatever chooses to arrive. This is my small, quiet beginning. I feel the new year open its eyes. Sink full of dishes from late December. Talking, we laughed about heartache like it was weather. I sweep up the crumbs of versions I lived in, whisper thank you, but I'm walking lighter. I don't need fireworks to write this promise down, just this soft ticking of time in the next room. If every breath can be a gentle starting, I'll meet myself kindly in whatever I grow into. Mugs on the table, steam in the fading light, calendar curling, last of the year in sight. Old photographs on the fridge door, smiles I don't wear anymore. Here's to slowly turning the page, one small step out of the cage, letting the heavy stories fade, making room for something brave. I'm not who I was before. I leave my shoes at the old front door. In my hands an open day, slowly turning the page. Names in a notebook, plans that I never tried. I learned to be gentle with the shadows at my side. Winter air in my tired lungs, soft as a brand new song. Here's to slowly turning the page, one small step out of the cage, letting the heavy stories fade, making room for something brave. I'm not who I was before. I leave my shoes at the old front door. In my hands an open day, slowly turning the page. Slowly turning the page. I forgive what I couldn't fix, I release what I couldn't change. I will carry the quiet lessons, not the weight, not the blame. If I tremble stepping through, I'll still step towards something true. steam from the mug, fog on the window, old calendar curled at the edge, boxes of papers, names I don't need now. Fold them in silence, lay them to rest. I've been holding on to pieces like they were all I had, but every little ending makes room for something else. So softly we begin again, breathing in and letting go. All the weight I used to carry melts like early winter snow. If yesterday's all used up, I'll thank it for the roads it paved. So softly we begin again, a little braver, unafraid. List on the fridge, scribbled with wishes, tiny handwriting, shaky but sure, planting a thought like a seed in the dishes, rinsing the doubts down into the floor. I've been talking to the quiet, asking what it knows. It whispers every season, leaves and blossoms both. So softly we begin again, breathing in and letting go. All the weight I used to carry melts like early winter snow. I'll keep the photos, not the fear. I'll keep the lessons, lose the tears. I'll light a candle for what's done, and open all the curtains to the sun. Just me and the kettle, a half-finished plan, the clock humming softly. I reach for your hand. Here in this moment, right where we stand, we're already starting. We're starting again. Mug in my hands, steam drawing shapes in the air, calendar curled on the wall, little squares full of old cares. Quiet apartment, dust in a slow little dance. All of the plans that fell through, maybe they still get a chance. Here's to the new light, same sky, same old heart with an open mind, letting the hard days untie, one soft breath at a time. I'll fold all the yesterdays small, leave them right here in the hall, step through the doorway and find new light, same sky.
Writing a list, not of regrets, just of things I outgrew. Shoes by the door, scuff from the rose that I've already used.
Thank you for trying.
I whisper that line to the mirror,
All of the ways I was wrong, somehow they brought me to here. I don't have to rush this, I can learn to move slow.
carry the lessons, let the rest go.
If tomorrow feels heavy, I'll remember this room. How the quiet was gentle, how the dark made space for blue. Steam on the window, mug in my hand, still cold outside. Last page of December, folded corners where I used to hide. Names in a notebook, plans that never quite felt like mine. I breathe out the bitterness, watch it fade into the morning sky. Here's to what I'm letting go, all the weight I carried home, all the words I never spoke out loud. Here's to taking smaller steps, trusting what is coming next, finding little ways to be here now. New Year morning light, I'm learning how to turn around. Boxes in the hallway, old receipts and winter coats. Smiling in an old photo at a person I used to know. I say thank you for trying, lay the picture gently down, make a little bit of space for a life that's slowly opening out. Here's to what I'm letting go, all the weight I carried home, all the words I never spoke out loud. Here's to taking smaller steps, trusting what is coming next, finding little ways to be here now. I won't rush the seasons, I won't chase the clock. I'll water what is with me, let the heavy stories stop. If every breath's beginning, then every tear can fall like rain on quiet soil, making room for something small.
Ooh, 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 ooh.
Mug on the table, steam in the quiet room, old plans in a notebook, folded like an empty bloom. Calendar pages, curled at the edges, done. Soft light on the carpet, another year begun. This is the first morning after letting the old weight fall. I'm breathing in a little lighter, I'm answering a softer call. I open up the window to whatever's coming through. New year,
but I'm making a little more room. In a letter I'll never need to send, photos in a shoebox of almost that had to end. I'm learning to thank them for all that they couldn't be, then laying them gently back in my memory. This is the first morning after letting the old weight fall. I'm breathing in a little lighter, I'm answering a softer call. I open up the window to whatever's coming through. New year, same heart, but I'm making a little more room. Hey, some days I'll stumble, some days I'll shine. Either way I'm walking past that old worn line. Hands not empty, just a little more free. I'm leaving what held me so something new can reach me. This is the first morning after letting the old weight fall.
Late train home in the quiet. Oh dear, folded in my coat. All that could have, all the maybe, written in a wrinkled note. I'm turning the page, letting the ink run wash away, breathing in light on a brand new day. I'm turning the page, hands a little shaky, heart so brave. Goodbye to the wait, hello to the change. Clean my room on a Sunday, box of things I've outgrown, little photos, faded tickets, smile and say it's time to go. Turning the page, letting the ink run wash away, breathing in light on a brand new day. I'm turning the page, hands a little shaky, heart so brave. Goodbye to the wait, hello to the change. Here's to the plans that fell through, here's to the hope that still grew. All of the cracks in my view, let a little sunrise through. So I'll walk out barefoot, slow, bless what stayed and what let go. Mugs on the table, steam in the quiet air. Old calendar on the counter, still hanging there. Dust on the window, sky in a softer blue. I sweep the corners slowly, make a little room for you. Here's to the first day after all that we couldn't change. Packing up worn out chapters, letting them fade off the page. I'm turning the lock a little so something kind can start. New year, same kitchen light, but a braver open heart. I kept postponing, letters I never wrote you. I fold up the heavy memories, stack them on the floor. Thank you for all you gave. I don't need you anymore. Here's to the first day after all that we couldn't change. Packing up worn out chapters, letting them fade off the page. I'm turning the lock a little so something kind can start. New year, same kitchen light, but a braver open heart. To step out in the rain on small door, one soft dawn. I'm not who I was, but I'm not gone. Mug on the table, steam in the air. Old calendar pages curled on the chair. All of the almost, all that we tried, folded like letters tucked to the side. I'm turning the page, letting the ink of the past just fade. Breathing you out, breathing me in, learning to start where I am again. Soft as the snow on an empty lane. I'm turning the page, list on the fridge door, lines crossed in blue. Things I've been saving, thinking of you. I light a small candle, watch how it glows. Whisper a thank you, then let it go. I'm turning the page, letting the ink of the past just fade. Breathing you out, breathing me in, learning to start where I am again. Soft as the snow on an empty lane. I don't need fireworks, just this quiet room. Hands around my own heart, making a little more room for mornings unhurried, for names I don't know yet, for versions of me that I haven't met. I'm turning the page, letting the ink of the past just fade. Breathing you out, breathing me in, learning to start where I am again. Soft as the snow on an empty lane. Soft as the snow on an empty lane. Ice in the air, light on the stair, coffee stain curls around my hair. Laptop cold, snowflakes so pages turning, I'm in the flow. City, you late home tonight, sparkle in the cold, I'm fine. Little list of dreams beside each second of your lies. Heartbeat in a steady stride, winter on my cheeks alive. Every tiny step I'm taking, shining in the quiet sky. Scarf tucked tight, blue screen light, crosswalk blinking, night on the night. Lights run free, feet on beat, tightening our plans on every street. City feels like home tonight, sparkle in a cold front, with a list of dreams beside me, checking off eyes. Heartbeat in a steady stride, winter on my cheeks alive. Every bloody step I'm taking, shining in the quiet sky. Bathe in the cold, clouds in the glow, snow on my sneakers, nowhere I rush to go. Coffee in hand, head full of plans, laugh to myself, I get it, I finally understand. Late night but I feel so awake, little sparks in every step I take. City shining just for me, I swear. Winter air is brushing back my hair. I'm alright, I'm exactly on time. Every street a little finish line, moving easy through the quiet shine. Yeah, I'm good, yeah, I'm fine. Notes in my phone, dreams in a row, crossing the crosswalk, watching my courage grow. Breath makes a halo around every word, talk to the future like it's already heard. Oh, late night but I feel so awake, little sparks in every step I take. City shining just for me, I swear. Winter air is brushing back my hair. I'm alright, I'm exactly on time. Every street a little finish line, moving easy through the quiet shine. Yeah, I'm good, yeah, I'm fine. So fine, so fine, so fine. All of these windows, stories in gold, I'm writing mine in the hush of the cold. One small step, then another, then more. I don't need a map, I'm already at the door. Hey, late night but I feel so awake, little sparks in every step I take. City shining just for me, I swear. Winter air is brushing back my hair. I'm alright, I'm exactly on time. Every street a little finish line, scarf, cold there. Breath draws halos in the square. Coffee cup, crosswalk glow. Little clouds drifting as I go. Earbuds in dark blue sky. Shop signs humming as they fly by. New notes, fresh page. Heart feels lighter than my age. Snow in my sneaker city on my side. Laughing the chill, let the long day slide. Step after step, yeah, it all feels right. Turning my to-do list into tiny lights tonight. Snow in my sneakers, I'm wide awake. Plans in my pocket, give the ground a shake. Step after step, watch my worries shrink in size. Every little task is a start I organize. Taxi stripe, red tail line. Bus stop stories pass behind. Thumbs cold, screen bright. Ideas falling just like white. Side streets, soft turn. Window plants and candles burn. Big dreams, small bag. I walk faster when they lag. Come on. Snow in my sneaker city on my side. Laughing the chill, let the long day slide. Step after step, yeah, it all feels right. Turning my to-do list into tiny lights tonight. Snow in my sneakers, I'm wide awake. Plans in my pocket, give the ground a shake. Step after step, watch my worries shrink in size. Every little task is a star I organize. I don't rush, I don't hide. I just breathe this sparkling tide. Pages wait, screens all glow. I've got time and time to go. Snow in my sneaker city on my side. Laughing the chill, let the long day slide. Step after step, yeah, it all feels right. Turning my to-do list into tiny lights tonight. Snow in my sneakers, I'm wide awake. Dreams in my pocket, give the ground a shake. Step after step in this gentle, busy night. I walk through the winter. Feeling perfectly aligned. Steam in my breath, coffee in my hand. Midnight on my watch, but I still walk tons. Cages on my back, dreams in every line. Breathing in the forest like it sharpens my mind. Glove in my pocket, but I keep my chin high. The steps are rhythm with cars passing by. I'm tired, I'm wired, and I'm feeling alive. Every little flight says I'm gonna arrive. Snow falls, my breeze stays steady. Heart says summer then ready. City go wrapped around my stride. Oh yeah, head up, my thoughts keep pacing. This cold air feels like chasing. Every little goal I keep inside. I got that snowy sidewalk confidence tonight. Notes on my phone, appears on the run. Neon my glass, nurse streets to find. Shoulders in a coat, on the speed's bare. Honest with myself in the crisp night air. Breathing the chill and I let the doubt go. Turning each one out like a brand new show. I'm dizzy, I'm hopeful and I'm doing just fine. Every passing call feels like a sign. So thoughts, my pace stays steady. Heart says you're more than ready. City go back around my stride. Head up, my thoughts keep pacing. This cold air feels like chasing. Every little pull I keep inside. I got that snowy sidewalk confidence tonight. Walk to the quiet verse. Slow talk in my inner nudge. If tomorrow feels far, just fall. It's alright. I'm building me step by step tonight. So fall, stop it, stay steady. High test, you're more than ready. City go at around my stride. Head up, my thoughts keep racing. This cold air feels like casing every bit of warmth I keep inside. I got that snowy sidewalk confidence tonight. I got that snowy sidewalk confidence tonight.
Steam from the cup, phase in the glass. Footprints alone, slow on the overpass. Breath in the air, soft in the glow. Deadlines and dreams tucked in my coat. Snow in my headphones, drifting through the time, tapping out a new life, line by line. Cold in the forecast, warm in my mind. Got that winter workflow, feeling so aligned. Got that winter workflow, feeling so aligned. Inbox a mess, heart kind of clear. Plans on a screen, year after year. Hands in my sleeves, beat in my stride. City asleep, I'm wide awake inside. Snow in my headphones, drifting through the timeline, typing out a new life, line by line. Cold in the forecast, warm in my mind. Got that winter workflow, feeling so aligned. Got that winter workflow, feeling so aligned. Street names blur, but I still know every small turn, every window. Snow in my headphones, drifting through the timeline, typing out a new life, line by line. Cold in the forecast, warm in my mind. Got that winter workflow, feeling so aligned. Got that winter workflow, feeling so aligned. Steam from the grate, breath in the air. Snow on my hoodie, hands in my hair. A laptop glow on a crowded train. Deadlines due, but I feel okay. Glass door slide, heat on my face. Coffee on the corner, same little place. Pages open, thoughts line up. City outside, quiet but up. Fresh snow on a Tuesday night. I'm moving slow, but my mind's alright. Footsteps riding in the white. I'm working through the cold, walking in my zone tonight. Yeah, I'm working through the cold, walking in my zone tonight. Neon on the ice, soft and bent. Receipts in my pocket, rent half spent. Earbuds in, world turn low. Typing in my head as the rooftops glow. Text from a friend, you still awake? I sent one back, just taking a break. Street sign hung right by my sleeve. I've got plans you wouldn't believe. Fresh snow on a Tuesday night. I'm moving slow, but my mind's alright. Footsteps riding in the white. I'm working through the cold, walking in my zone tonight. Oh, alright. I'm working through the cold, walking in my zone tonight. on the breast, call it tying up bypass. Open books in my bag, the lines on my back. Snowflakes drift over crosswalks, so shit. Breathing up all night air. Feels like I'm almost there. Midnight snow, cold, up in my zone. Walking these streets like they're my own. Heart, cold hands, heavy to flow. I move a little lighter in the midnight snow. Pages in my head line up in a row. Ideas fall soft like the banks below. Warm heart, cold hand, watch me grow. I move a little lighter in the midnight snow. Blue scarf, black coat, don't on my phone, quick coats. Coffee cup in my fist. Future feels like a list. Neon on the portals, thoughts come clear, no motto. Footsteps, a steady rhyme, stacking plays over time. Midnight slow, blue, I'm in my zone. Walking these streets like they're my own. Warm heart, cold hands, little flow. I move a little lighter in the midnight snow. Pages in my head, love up in a row. Ideas fall down, black and placed low. Warm heart, cold hands, watch me grow. I move a little lighter in the midnight snow. Breath in the air, white clouds, slow flare. Snow on my hoodie, hands in my pockets, I don't care. Screens in the window, soft glow on the glass. I'm walking, I'm thinking, letting small worries pass. Late night, light, snow on the pavement. Head, heart, calm, no replacement. Step by step, I'm finding my arrangement. Cozy in the cold, yeah, I like this placement. Fresh wind, clear mind, steady pacing. Warm thoughts in a world that's racing. City in my ear, quiet inspiration. Winter in my chest, calm motivation. Cold nose, warm plans. Notes open in my hands. Typing at the crosswalk, ideas falling like grains of sand. But besides by coffee cup cheaply, steam kissing my knuckles. I'm proud of the work I did. Late night, light, snow on the pavement. Head, heart, calm, no replacement. Step by step, I'm finding my arrangement. Cozy in the cold, yeah, I like this placement. Fresh wind, clear mind, steady pacing. Warm thoughts in a world of racing. City in my ear, quiet inspiration. Winter in my chest, calm motivation. I don't rush it, I don't need to prove. Just one more page, one more small move. sunshine, name I don't read. I'm here in my lane, and that's all I need. Oh yeah. Late night, light, snow on the pavement. Heart calm, no replacement. Step by step, I'm finding my arrangement. Cozy in the cold, yeah, I like this placement. Fresh wind, clear mind, steady pacing. Warm thoughts in a world that's racing. City in my ear, quiet inspiration. Winter in my chest, calm motivation. Yeah, winter in my chest, calm motivation. Yeah.
Hood up, breath like smoke. Tiny clouds as the sidewalks glow. Laptop in my bag. Deadlines on a gentle drag. Crosswalk, blinking slow. Snowflakes on my headphones. Late bus rumbles by. I just nod and let it slide. Midnight coffee in the snow. Pages open, mind on go. City humming soft and low, yeah. I'm moving in a flow. Warm thoughts in a frosty breeze. Hands cold but my heart at ease. Got my rhythm, take it slow. Midnight coffee in the snow. Gloves off for the key. Stairwell echoes quietly. Small room, big plans, notes spread like a paper skyline. Steam rise from the cup. One sip and the stress backs up. Cursor starts to blink. Ideas fall like winter. Ain't midnight coffee in the snow. Pages open, mind on go. City humming soft and low, yeah. I'm moving in a flow. Warm thoughts in a frosty breeze. Hands cold but my heart at ease. Got my rhythm, take it slow. Midnight coffee in the snow. Outside taxis trace little lines of gold. Inside I replace every doubt I hold. One task, one breath, tiny steps that grow. Fresh night, fresh start on this quiet road. Midnight coffee in the snow. Pages open, mind on go. City humming soft and low, yeah. I'm moving in a flow. Warm thoughts in a frosty breeze. Hands cold but my heart at ease. This is where I'm meant to go. Midnight coffee in the snow. Midnight coffee in the snow. Steam on the glass, breathe in the air. Snow on my hoodie, hands in my hair. Blue on the crosswalk, red on my cheeks. Coffee is cooling, been out for weeks. Fresh like the snow on the sidewalk, sharp like the wind on my face. Got my mind on the page, yeah, I don't stop finding my pace, my pace. Late night, I'm light on my feet now. just hums in the glow. I'm walking and working and thinking, letting these soft flakes fall slow. Headphones humming, words in a line, cursor keeps blinking, right on time. Taxi doors closing, clouds overhead, ideas like footprints, bright in my head. Fresh like the snow on the sidewalk, sharp like the wind on my face. Got my mind on the page, yeah, I don't stop finding my pace, my pace. Late night, I'm light on my feet now. The city just hums in the glow. I'm walking and working and thinking, letting these soft flakes will slow. Yeah. Laptop glow on my face, coffee ring on my page, inbox full, but I'm calm. Got the whole night on my arm, yeah. Clock says way past late. Street hum, silver and gray. Eyes clear, mind in the lane. Riding through task after task like a train. I'm in that after hours cool, sharp mind steady like a rule. Whole world sleeping, I stay smooth. Slow breath locked in the groove. I'm in that after hours cool, quiet room but I don't lose. Bright thoughts cutting right through. Late night I move how I move. So smooth, so smooth. Yeah. One tab, two tabs more. Big plan stuck to the door. Blue pen tucked in my sleeve. Big dreams I quietly weave. Chair leans back, I don't fold. Calm hands, heart on hold. City low, buzzing like air. I stay right here in my chair, yeah. I'm in that after hours cool, sharp mind steady like a rule. Whole world sleeping, I stay smooth. Slow breath locked in the groove. I'm in that after hours cool, quiet room but I don't lose. Bright thoughts cutting right through. Late night I move how I move. So smooth, so smooth. Quarter past cool, screen glow on my face. Notes in the margin, coffee, no change. Calendar crowded, mind feels light. Got plans on paper and peace tonight. I'm in my rhythm, slow and smooth, nothing to prove, just finding my groove. City I'm low, I'm wide awake, turning these small moves into something great. I'm in my rhythm, slow and smooth, page after page, I'm seeing it through. Let the world spin, I'll keep my pace, working in my corner of this endless space. Shirt sleeves folded, chair leans back, big dreams folded in this quiet stack. Clock hands drifting, my pace, working in my corner of this endless space.
Soft scarf, cold air, city glow everywhere. Snow on my sneakers, steam in the air. Snow on my sneakers, steam in the air. Breath draws halos like I'm walking on a dare. Coffee and fingers, backpack swing, inbox waiting, but my heart wants bigger things. Yeah. Late night, I feel lighter. Winter sky getting brighter. Every step, every street that I roam turns this whole town into my own. Head up, I walk steady. All my dreams feel ready. Sparkling sidewalks under my feet. I'm in a groove with the cold and the heat. Yeah. Notes in my pocket, plans on the screen, typing out futures that I haven't even seen. Shop signs flicker, taxi doors slam. I'm turning small ideas into everything I am. Yeah. Late night, I feel lighter. Winter sky getting brighter. Every step, every street that I roam turns this whole town into my own. Head up, I walk steady. All my dreams feel ready. Sparkling sidewalks under my feet. I'm in a groove with the cold and the heat. I used to wait for some perfect time. Now I write my name in the frost in my mind. Oh, little white clouds curl from my lips. Every strong heartbeat keeps me moving.